What's up, Aries? With your April, how do they feel about me? Love reading. This is for the lovely sign of Aries, Aries Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is a general love reading and may not resonate with every Aries out there. So guys, this is a general. As always in a general, roles can be reversed, energies can be reversed, and cross watchers. This very well may play out from your perspective. So please just apply it how it fits, and if it's not for you, it's definitely not for you. So this is for Aries. Tell me how their person feels about them. Maybe you're not talking to someone, there's no communication, maybe you're having issues, or you just don't know where you stand. If that sounds like something you're going through, then this is the video for you. So Spirit, tell me about Aries, please. Okay. The Six of Wands in reverse and the Lovers coming out is saying that they feel definitely very strongly for you. They feel like you could possibly be the one for them, because when the Lovers comes out, it's not really a joke of like, oh, I think this person is for me. Like, the Lovers usually comes out because there is a strong connection, and this person's probably thinking, wow, like pile one is the one for me, and I want a new opportunity, or I'm waiting for some sort of opportunity here to tell them. And we have this 10 of Cups and the 2 of Wands. So when they think about a future with you, they think about joy. They think about a happy family. Literally, like on the card, I don't know if you can see it because I know sometimes the glare gets in the way, but on the card there's a family. They have kids, and they're like playing. They're like, I can see that with you. And the future does look very bright, in regards to how they view you. And I also feel like, that Empress was coming out as well too, because they're viewing you as possibly their Empress. I mean, it doesn't matter about gender, but it's like the one that they could love. And then we have the Six of Swords under here as well too, which is a beautiful energy. Again, this is that getting away from conflict. This is that moving on from the conflict and all of that other stuff, kind of moving on from the past and wanting to go into a more peaceful, calmer state of being. And I feel like right now what they're feeling for you is really beautiful, but a lot of it is, I feel, a future energy. That's the thing. A lot of it is like, this could be, this can be. And I think right now with this Page of Swords, right now it's like, yeah, they are trying to figure out how to communicate with this to you. Now, the Page of Swords is also a very underdeveloped energy as well. And I think the Page of Swords could also indicate them kind of watching you. What are you doing? Trying to figure something out, figure out how you feel, maybe even checking your social media to see if you would be open to this opportunity at all. And I think that, and I'm hearing for some of you, this is already in the works. Like, they've already presented this to you, or you've already talked about it as well. So right now they're feeling very positive about the outcome here. And I think that if for those specific people, for others it's what I've been saying, but yeah, so they're kind of like waiting like for this opportunity for other people, or I mean for the other collective, the other group of people that didn't resonate with. And I think it's because the Six of Wands in reverse is really saying like, dang, like this could be something great, but whatever had happened, or maybe like this also could be doubts and fears and things like that. And also it can come through as a little bit of ego. Like, I think that right now they're realizing they kind of have to put their pride to the side. They kind of have to let that ego, calm down, like calm their ego, in order for this to be beautiful or be something that they want it to be. And I feel like it could be because they were feeling some sort of disconnection here with this Six of Wands in reverse with this Lovers, and they want to bring back that harmony as well. Okay, let's see if you have any zodiac signs. We have a lot of Leo energy because we have the Sun here, and we also have Strength. Underneath that with the Devil, we have Capricorn energy. We also have Gemini energy coming out here. We do have all signs present, but those are the strong signs coming through. And they don't have to resonate with you, don't worry. All right, so let's get, first card coming out is Regret. I know that I cannot change the past. Yeah. You definitely saw it with the Six of Swords and that Five of Swords, kind of wanting to get away from past conflicts as well. I feel like this person definitely regret is coming because of how they're viewing you and how they're viewing this future energy here. If they screwed it up, or if there was something that did cause some sort of disconnection between you and them, they're definitely feeling it. And I think that's why with that Eight of Cups coming out, like it was something that's really hard for them to do. And honestly, they haven't done it. Like, they were trying, it seems like they were trying to walk away from this. They may have tried to disconnect from this, but that double energy is saying, nope, everywhere you turn, everywhere you look, their pile one is. You know, you can't get away that easily. And like I said before, and I'm hearing it again, they may be a little bit obsessed, and obsessive thinking, obsessive thoughts, obsessive desires as well too, because the devil energy can also be like our desires. What else can you tell us, please, about how they're feeling? So we have deceit. We have door to spirit in reverse. And then we have walking away in reverse again. We're walking away again because that's basically the Eight of Cups. Okay, so what I'm hearing with this deceit and this walking away and all of this, they were like, at first, they were fooling themselves. Like, I don't think they realized who you really were and like what this connection really was until it was too late. And I think with that deceit as well too, this could have been maybe they could have had deceitful actions. And that's because with this door to spirit in reverse, they weren't in the right place. It wasn't like actually, I want to clarify this. Excuse me. Let's clarify this. But I mean, with this walking away in reverse, though, it's kind of like with that Eight of Cups and that strength. It's like, you know, I tried to walk away, but I really can't. There's something always, I heard lyrics in my head. I was literally going to say them like normal, but I'll just sing the lyrics. It was like, every time I try to leave, something keeps pulling me back. But I really want to see this door to spirit. Because there's a couple different messages coming out with here. Like this could have been spirit coming through to show you some truth about this, and that's why this situation couldn't have opened up fully. Maybe spirit was closing this door. And also I think that this person was kind of out of touch with their spiritual side, or maybe at least that side that's telling them, that kind of intuitive spiritual side that's telling them like, look, like this is something more, this is, you need to pay attention to this, don't screw it up or whatever. And they didn't trust it. And I think both of those things could definitely be true because I'm hearing confirmation, but I just want to get a card. Oh, we have the through it chakra coming through as well too. So yeah, that could have been like them denying the truth of this at first. So why is this door to spirit? Put it here, please, spirit. Baby, tell not to let these. Oh my god, that was gonna be stuck in my head the whole time. Trust. Okay, yeah, so I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. We were just saying, yeah, they weren't trusting it. They were definitely deceiving themselves about this connection, I think, until it was too late. And then they had all these realizations. They're having all these feelings, all of these realizations of these things. And they're like, oh my gosh, is there still a chance? Did I screw it up? Because they do think, if I could be quite honest, they think very highly and very fondly of you, Pile. When this person I feel like has a lot of love and a lot of respect for you. And with this regret and all of the things that we've kind of been talking about and all the things that we've kind of been seeing, Pile, I really feel like this person is like, why didn't I realize this sooner? Why didn't I see this sooner? Why didn't I? It's a lot of why didn't I? So let's just keep it at that. Okay, bottom of the deck here, we have relationships, which is I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. First things first, this person is definitely very attracted to you, because when I said I'm attracted to people, I would like, basically the message was like, I am so attracted to you. And then I think that, you know, relationships is something that this person is at times kind of iffy about. And I think that's why we have this trust here as well too. Like, I don't know if I can trust. I don't know if I can do this. I think those things were kind of said in the beginning as well here too. But you know what? Let's go ahead and get some channel messages and let's see what comes out for you from this person. So what are some channel messages here, Spirit, from this person for Pile 1? What do they want Pile 1 to know? You are my soulmate with that Lovers card too. I knew it. I was like, this is not like your average everyday like person. Like this person's like, dang, like Pile 1 is my person. What are some more channel messages here, please? I want to have your babies. I don't know how I feel. I want to look good for you. Yeah, I told you this person thinks highly of you. They want to impress you. I think that if this person did disappoint you in some way, they really don't like that. And I think with that Six of Wands in reverse as well too, that was kind of like that. I don't like the way things things ended, or I don't like the way I don't like how I looked in this. There was some sort of like ego bruising for some of you with that Six of Wands. We have I just want to cuddle with you. And then we did talk about too this person wanting to have a family with you here with this Ten of Cups as well. I regret so many things. Yeah. Yeah, wow. A lot of these are just straight up like confirmations for the things that we were already looking at. That's so interesting. Okay. Let's get a few more before we get the advice here for you. I'm not doing well without you. I lied so I wouldn't lose you. That's that deceit card right there. And then we have... I want you to make the first move. Which, that's childish. And I want to, this is what I thought it said right now. I was like, I thought it was saying because it was upside down that I want to move in together. I was like, whoa, that's a little fast. I'm just kidding. Doesn't have to be fast. Okay, and then underneath that we have, if you never want to talk to me again, I'll understand. And I think that's that person's guilt kind of coming through. There's definitely some guilt here about them not being 100% honest. For some of you, this could have been something deeper. For others of you that maybe like this, you don't know if this person we did anything like super deceitful. This could have just been them not being honest about their feelings. Like I lied about my feelings, or you know, I held back, or whatever the case is. But obviously it's a general reading, so just take what resonates. To this severity, I don't think that this reading is going to present to you any information that you don't already know. And what I mean by that is like if the deceit was maybe like cheating or like infidelity or something like that, then obviously you're not going to find out here. This is going to be something that you probably already know about. So just don't worry too much if that's not the case. All right, let's talk about these. So yeah, like we were saying, a lot of confirmation to what we were looking at before. This person definitely is missing you. They're missing your energy. They're thinking about this future energy. Like I said, there's a lot of like woulda, coulda, shouldas, or we should be this, we should have this. And, a lot of regrets, and I think a lot of guilt here coming from this side of like wanting to. It's almost as if like this person, like when you started slipping out of their hands is when they really started seeing something, when they really started wanting it. And isn't that just so ironic how that happens all the time? But sometimes it takes losing something to really appreciate it. And I'm really interested to see the advice for you, because I kind of feel as though you already know what to do. I feel like this person is in this energy because of your decisions. And of course, I would always say, choose yourself. You know, one of the things that's important to remember, especially like with this type of energy, you know, there's strong compatibility here. Even, you know, even maybe like you guys have birth chart compatibility, like whatever the case is. But the most important thing to look at when it comes to compatibility is not your sun signs, it's not your moon signs, it's not your Venus sign. In fact, it's really not even in your birth chart at all. It's how they treat you and how they show up to this relationship. That's the number one sign of compatibility here. It could look so good on paper. You guys could feel this intense energy. But I think one of the main things for you is to pay attention to where they're able to meet you out in life, like how they show up for you. Like with this right here, I want you to make the first move. Okay, that's great. Of course you do. But, you know, you're worth someone stepping out of their comfort zone to present this to you. You're also worth someone loyal as well too, who treats you the exact way that you deserve to be treated, regardless of whether this is your soulmate or not. That's the number one key to really look at and to look into. So on that note, let's go ahead and get some advice. Oh, if you do want to screenshot these channeled messages, go ahead. I would do that right now, or rewind a little bit, because they are going to be covered. Okay. I was like, all right, time's up. Let's go ahead and look at some advice here for you. So Spirit, what advice do we have here for pile 1? I don't know why I almost called you pile 3 twice. And this is pile 1. I have not even done pile 3. So I don't know what's up with that. Maybe I'm just jumping the gun here. All right. I almost said it again with that. Okay. Pile 1. The advice for you. Oh, I love that. Okay, and I'm called to get the bottom of the deck here, Cho. So, oh, and this one too. And this one. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So the bottom of the deck is you will fail a lot. Who cares? Keep putting yourself out there. Messing up makes for great stories. I love this. This is something that we all need every once in a while when our ego kind of gets too caught up in and I say ours because everyone's, like mine included, like sometimes we get too caught up in the outcome, or like we feel like we have to be perfect, or we feel like it has to go a certain way, or if not, something's wrong with us. And that's just not the case. We're just humans and we make mistakes and we learn from those mistakes, and it's trial and error. Our whole life, so like trial and error, you know, and putting yourself out there is the best thing that you can still do for yourself. So we have, it's okay to change your mind. When you get new information, reassess your decisions, be open and flexible. Now, I believe this is definitely in regards to the situation about you receiving some sort of information from this person or however you received it. Of course, it does change things, and it's okay to, you know, it's okay to reassess your whole situation. I know that sometimes it sucks, and sometimes it's well, usually most of the time it's not what we wanted, especially if we have a, you know, goal in mind or we have a future set and things like that. But also just be aware to, like the next card is believe what you see. The way, and we were just talking about this too. The way people treat you is their choice and never your fault. They are showing you who they really are. And Spirit's really saying to take it at face value. Don't take it, you know, with, well, maybe it was this, or maybe they didn't know, or maybe blah, blah, blah. Okay, that all could be true. And yes, these feelings are there. And yes, they want to make it work just as bad as you do. But if you keep ignoring these red flags, you know, until something is resolved within this person or within the situation, you know, until it is resolved, it's going to keep showing up as well too. And I feel like there's been a lot of truth here revealed to you. And like I said, this isn't something new. I like what I was feeling before. Like I feel like you're already doing what you need to be doing. If anything, this is just confirmation for those hard decisions that we have to make, you know, saying like, hey, you are on the right path. And of course, this is also validation for you feeling the other way as well too. Like feeling like, you know, this isn't right, or feeling like you should be doing something else, or you know what I'm saying? That's all perfectly natural. And I feel like this is just coming up for confirmation to say you're on the right track. You're doing what you need to do. And I know that it is hard. Then the next part we have is you don't need to convince people to like you. If they don't get how extraordinary you are, they are not your people. Thank you. Next. Oh, I love that. I love this little sassy deck. Thank you. Next. And this is so true. Yeah, you don't have to, you know, you don't have to show people how wonderful you are. I think, if I can be 100% honest, Pile 1, your absence is already enough to show this person how wonderful you are and how much they took for granted. And that's enough. And I feel like one of the biggest things that we don't even see is what an impact our absence has on people. It's crazy. Like sometimes we feel like we want to show them, we want to prove a point, we want to show them, but really that's just a disservice to ourselves. Because right now I feel like you're really being asked to just choose yourself. Don't, it's basically it sounds bad when I say it like this, but it's something that I've learned, and it's something that's so true. When we try to prove our worth to other people by saying like, look what you're missing out. Look, I'm like this for you. I could do this for you. What we're really doing is abandoning ourselves. We're abandoning that person inside of us that knows, that wants to believe that we're good enough, because we don't have to show anyone anything. We don't have to tell them anything. Your silence speaks for itself. Your absence speaks for itself. Hey, you know, you tried, you did this. They completely, say they completely ruined your trust or anything like that. You know, it's what you do then after the fact that you have this truth, because you couldn't do anything before it. It's not your fault as well that any of this happened. It's, you know, we all learn and we all go through things, but it's what you do after that shows, you know, how much respect you have for yourself and how much love you truly have for yourself. And it's okay if you go back and you make mistakes. We've all done that before too. You know, it's just something that we're going to learn. And I say we as like a collective because I always do collective reading. So it's like, it's something that we're going to learn regardless. So don't knock yourself for doing for making mistakes and things like that. And I'm not even speaking for the future of this connection as well, too. I'm only talking about right now. And all you can do is, is make the decisions based off what the information that you have right now. But just know, this person realizes it, whether they tell you or not, your worth. And I feel like a lot of it is from your absence and from your silence. And that's not even the point. Yeah, it's at the end of the day, it doesn't even matter what this person realizes. It's also about you. You are the most important person. You are the most important relationship in your life as well, too. And actually, on that note, that brings us to our last card. That was so perfect because we have self-development isn't for the weak. If you're uncomfortable or triggered, it means you're doing it right. Becoming a better human is always worth it. And this is all, again, confirmation for you and validation for your feelings. If you're triggered, if you're hurt, whatever the case is, just know that this is all about development. Now, I know that's kind of like when you're actually going through something, that's kind of like the last thing you want to hear. Like, I would be like, oh my gosh, I don't care. I just don't want to feel like this anymore. I understand that too. I completely get where you're coming from too. Don't even worry. Just know that it's not going to be that way forever. That with this development, it comes strength and it comes wisdom, and you're not going to be feeling this way forever, no matter how much you may believe it. I promise you, it does get better. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. As long as you just keep choosing yourself and choosing what's best for you, you'll be okay. I promise you will be okay. And I love that we still have the sun here too, because I feel like the sun is coming up for you, specifically for you. All right. So now that we have this little advice, I just want to leave on a little affirmation and see what affirmation. Okay, this one seems very telling as well too. The one that came out for you is, I can release the past and forgive everyone. I free myself and everyone in my life from old past hurts. They are free and I am free to move into new glorious experiences. Now, of course, I feel like this is something that you're going to be doing when you are ready. Of course, I never want to push anyone into because I feel like, again, that's invalidating. Like, you're allowed to be angry. You're allowed to feel however you feel in that moment, and you're allowed to go through your own grieving process as well too. But I do believe that this is the outcome, and I believe that is the sun that is coming out for you when you're able to release these things, because they do. I know it sounds cliche, I know it does, but really holding on to resentments, they really do keep us tied to energies and feelings and people that we don't really want to be tied to. Now, this is a process that's going to happen naturally on its own, so don't put too much pressure on it. You know what I'm saying? And also, I think the first step is forgiving yourself, especially if there were things that you feel like you could have done better, or like maybe things that you had ignored, or maybe even like future mistakes you make as well too. Just be kind to yourself and forgive yourself, because the best thing you can do for yourself is to give yourself the grace to be human and to make mistakes. Just like it says, you will fail a lot. Who cares? Messing up makes for great stories. Messing up is just a part of life. We all mess up. We all do things. And other people mess up too. Like, we hurt people. Other people hurt us. It's a part of life, and it's things that we will grow from. I'm hearing like in years from now, you'll kind of maybe even be looking back at like, and giggling at this, whatever that means to the future you as well. Oh, actually, I did just post a future reading, so maybe that could be significant for some of you as well. I just posted messages from your future self. But yeah, this is a process that'll come naturally. This is what's going to happen for you eventually. Just keep in mind though that to release the past, to forgive. But also, like I said, it depends on where you're at right now in the situation. Like, if it's fresh, if it just happened, of course, you're going to be feeling angry. You're going to be feeling sad. You're going to be feeling all of these things that you probably don't want to feel. And that's okay. Like, I would never push anyone to be like, oh, you just forgive them. Just forgive. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I feel like that's, you get it. You get it. But for the most part, I feel like you're exactly on track. I feel like you're also doing a great job. just continue showing up for yourself, continue validating your feelings, continue being there for yourself, for your inner self. Don't abandon that little inner child that just wants you to stand up for them and to show them they are worthy as well. Aw, I love you, Pile One. Well, I'm going to end this reading on that note. Thank you so much for staying here. Thank you so much. I hope you got something out of it. I hope this helped in any way, shape, or form. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed this reading and you would like some more. There's plenty more where this came from in the future and that I've already posted. So, oh, and a quick shout out and thank you to anyone who supports this channel in any way. And what I mean by support is just liking the video is such an easy way to support this channel. All who share and comment their stories, you know, I feel like you don't even realize sometimes when we share our stories, I see that it has such an impact on other people because they can relate as well too. And I just love that when people relate to other people's you know, stories, what they're going through. It shows that we truly are never really alone in this world. Even though we may feel alone, there's always someone, you know, who's gone through something or can help us out in any way, shape, or form. So yeah, just an appreciation for you guys. Thank you so much. And I will see you guys at the next big card. Bye. Hi, Pile 2, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the Amethyst Tower, or if you chose the Crybaby Tarot, either way, welcome. So today we are asking about that person on your mind's current thoughts and feelings about you and about a connection here. So I'm going to ask the spirit here to please tune me in to my Pile 2's energy as well as show me how this person is feeling about them and anything else that they may need to know about this person or about this connection, please. Thank you. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So how is this person feeling about Pile 2, please? I have the feelings right now. For Pile 2, we have Judgment. They're feeling, I feel some sort of regret for some of you. I heard I'm sorry. Interesting. We have the King of Cups. Oh, there's 2 cards under there. So we have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the King of Cups. And we have the 5 of Cups. Yeah, so they are kind of focused on some sort of loss right now. They could be grieving this connection for some of you at this time. I feel like they're really feeling like there's a missed opportunity here with you. And I think with this King of Cups, they're trying to be mature about this, or at least with their feelings. For some of you, this could have almost, it's ironic that it's coming up with this King of Cups because you would think the King of Cups is someone that is very emotionally mature and, you know, can handle things, you know, in that way. But I think there's some emotional avoidance here. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because I'm really drawn to the image where she has her back turned to this, whatever that is, with the cup, you know what I'm saying? And I think this is also telling too that this person could be keeping a lot of their feelings kind of reserved or to themselves, not showing them to you as well. But they are feeling, with this 5 of Cups, a loss for sure. Let's get some clarifiers and then we'll talk more about it. We also are going to get even more clarification with oracles as well as some channeled messages and then some advice for you too. So why is this Judgment card here? Spirit, why is this person feeling this Judgment card? You have the Lovers. Oof. This Lovers is interesting as well. And we have the Lovers and the Queen of Cups coming out for this. If this person hurt you in any way, this is something that we have the 9 of Swords. If this person hurt you in any way, this is something that they are definitely regretting because they're feeling the strength of this connection. And I don't mean like strength as in like, I mean like which is a really strong connection for the lovers to be coming out as well too. Now look at this lovers card here too. This person has their back turned and there's an arrow in it. It's almost as if they have been stabbed in the back in this case, even though I believe this is more along the lines of struck by Cupid's arrow. But with this judgment card, I'm feeling like maybe there was something here that had happened that had caused somebody to pull away. And now this person is kind of facing the consequences of their actions. And I feel like though this judgment was also a chance for them to have a lot of realizations here about what it is they want, how they go about things, their choices, and so on and so forth. Now, I think one of the realizations was the strong feelings that they have for you with this Lovers card here. And the fact that we have the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups and the Lovers, I feel like this person does feel that you are their significant other or their person or whatever you want to call it, their soulmate. Maybe for some of you, this is a twin flame, just whatever resonates for you. But I feel as though that there was, with this Queen of Cups, there was some sort of hurt feelings involved. And I think that if they, like I said before, if they hurt you, this is something that they definitely regret. Oh, dang it. Come on. All right, so let's talk about this Ace of Pentacles now. Now in this Ace of Pentacles in this deck, it's like locked up. So they may feel like they're not able to, they want to have some sort of like new opportunity here with you, but they may feel like it's all chained up and it's kind of hard. It's a hard reach. But let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's see. So why is this Ace of Pentacles here? I think what I heard in the beginning, there's a missed opportunity here. Let's see. Where's this Ace of Pentacles here? Or how they're feeling. Oh, we have the Emperor and then we have the Devil coming out. Interesting. Those two cards coming out together are interesting. Okay, so I feel like right now this person has an opportunity to change, to be better. I feel like with this Emperor card, it's almost as if this person has this opportunity to grow from this, to make better choices and to be better. But I think right now this person is stuck in some sort of toxic cycles here. This could be addictions. This could be just how they're feeling about you as well too. They could be very, already what's interesting is these cards are very similar to pile one. Actually, I'm just realizing that's really crazy. But regardless, it doesn't matter. You don't have to go to pile one. You're here already. So we'll talk about it here. Anyways, I feel as though, oh, we have the Eight of Cups at the bottom too. Okay. I feel as though with this Emperor and this Devil, it's like this person wants this new opportunity. This person wants to change. This person wants to be better. They want to be that person that you need them to be, but they still feel so stuck and tied into old patterns, old ways, old addictions, things like that are kind of sabotaging them from making these better choices. And I think that's why this opportunity is kind of locked up. It's like they're realizing that this change is going to be a lot harder than they expected. And with that being said, it's, like I said, it's a far reach. Now, what I'm hearing is that this person may take this opportunity regardless of whether they have overcome this energy or not. And that's going to be for your discernment to decide if this person is worthy of another chance, if this person is worthy of your time, attention, and so on and so forth. That's a message coming out for you as well too. But I feel like this person with the Emperor here, especially the way that this image is, it's like this person wants to be the person it's like deep down, this person wants to be that person that you need them to be, but they have this like little trickster energy kind of coming through where it's like they have this mask. There's even like a mask. They kind of look alike too, but I think they're different people. But that's underneath. It's like these things underneath that are stopping them from being successful with this. All right. Clarifying this King of Cups. Why is this King of Cups here? We have the World. And then we have the Ace of Swords and then the Fool. There's a whole, I'm not putting all these down. There's like 20 cards. But, so the Ace of Swords is truth, is clarity. It's kind of a breakthrough here. And the World is like different perspective, but it's also an ending. And I think this is them seeing things a lot differently right now. I feel like with the world here, it's almost as if like they felt like they could feel like they had the world with you, or they have the world with you. But also I feel like this is a different perspective, almost kind of getting to zoom out from this person and seeing things as a bigger picture. And that could just be like what they're feeling right now, what they're kind of thinking right now is like, okay, they're seeing it in a different light or in a different picture here. Now, also with the world, it's completions, it's endings as well too. And so I think right now, because we had the Fool card coming through, and then we had that Ace of Swords, which could also be a breakthrough in communication. Right now, they don't want this to end. They don't want it to end like this, or they feel like they're not done as well, but they're also kind of being very reserved and not doing, maybe like not saying how they feel at the same time. Like with this King of Cups, it's like they're trying to be strong and put their emotions to the side. Yeah. All right, and let's talk about this Five of Cups then. So why does this Five of Cups here, or how this person is feeling? Yeah, because that makes sense, because then after that we have the Five of Cups, which is this grieving, this loss. We have the Ten of Wands. Wow. Oops. That's the second. I did that in another. I did that in the other pile too. Why do I keep doing this? I swear that probably looked like it was on purpose, because it felt like I just went. Maybe they feel like they're falling apart here as well too. Like they're trying to act like they have their stuff together, and that's why it feels like. That's so funny, because and then, oh, I just flipped it over and said you're grumpy. This person's definitely very moody about this too. They're trying to act like they're holding it all together, and then, you know, at certain times they kind of feel like they're falling apart. And also, this is something that burdens them. It's something that they're really holding on to, is these feelings of loss. And I feel like maybe there's some negative emotions here about connections and about relationships in general that are kind of weighing this person down, holding them back from, you know, with that Full energy coming out, kind of freeing themselves, because the Full energy is a very freedom, like I'm free, I don't have anything to worry about type of energy. I'm free from all my burdens, you know, because the Fool card's in the beginning. So it's like you haven't even reached that point yet. And so, and that's why it's an innocence as well, too. So I think that maybe this person has a certain outlook on connections right now that are kind of stopping them. It's like, you know, they're like, well, this isn't going to work out for me anyways. It never does. Or this person's just going to leave me like everybody else. Like that kind of energy here as well, that they're kind of carrying a lot of things with them, a lot of losses, to where it's like they're like, oh, well, I was expecting this to end anyways. I was expecting this. And it's not saying that this is what they wanted, because I don't think that they're facing these feelings right now, to say the least. They could be in some sort of addictive patterns and things like that here that are kind of a distraction as well. Now, this Devil could also be that they still feel very much attached to you, even though they're trying to, and that's why maybe they want this new opportunity, or they've been thinking about this new opportunity, because the Devil energy is also a strong codependency. So I think that it's almost this energy that I'm feeling like this person's trying to pull away, or like it was trying to pull away, and they still feel very attached at the same time. And it's like they're kind of going around in circles, kind of running around in circles of like, this is what I want, denial, you know what I'm saying, distractions, things like that. Oh, look at, speaking of that, we have the Ace of Wands at the bottom too, which is again it's a passionate energy. It's like a, you know, there is a fire there, a spark there. But I think this person isn't in the best mindset. Oopsies, excuse me. This person's not in the best mindset right now for connections. Let's see what the oracles do. All right, Spirit. So what else can you tell us about how this person is feeling towards pile 2, please? So we have the woman holding a coin, which is interesting because this Ace of Pentacles is chained up and you're holding it right here. So they could feel like you have the power right now in this connection. The ball's in your court because of the fact that it's like locked up. And they're like, okay, but, you know, pile 2 has, it doesn't matter if you're a woman or not. It's just, don't worry about the gender. But yeah, they're like, you have it. Also, this is also very much Queen of Pentacles energy coming through as well too. Like they do feel like you are someone who, the way they're feeling about you is someone who I feel like, I think when they compare themselves to you, whether this is true or not, they feel like you are someone who has it all together. And also you have a lot to offer and you have a lot of value within yourself too. Like I guess I don't really need to explain it more because it's kind of, I was trying to think of another way to explain it, but I'm like, that's pretty much self-explanatory. Like you do have a lot to offer and you are of a very high value to them, but also, you know, that first message of like this opportunity, but like you have it. And so they could feel like like we said before, the ball is in your court. You kind of have the power, with your decisions. And that could definitely be in regards to this judgment here. I heard that, oh my gosh, we have the magician. I was just going to say, I heard that they don't like feeling powerless to this. And as we have this one in reverse, which is the magician in the mirror, which is all about your own personal power. That is crazy. I feel like they don't like that. They feel very uncomfortable with that. And I think that's with that emperor too. They kind of like being in control. They like having control of the situation. They like having control of how you view them and how you see them. Now it seems like some sort of mask has come off. You're seeing something in a different light and now it's up to you. And I bet they don't like that because now they can't control the outcome of this situation, but they never could control the outcome of the situation anyways. It's a false sense of control and it's an illusion to say the least, but it was making them feel better at one point in time when they were able to control like something here. Interesting that how that came out at the same time though. How is this person feeling towards pile 2? Let's get one more and then we'll head on to the channeled messages. Oh yeah, desire for sure. There's a lot of sexual energy here. And then the bottom we have guilt. Sacral chakra energy for sure. Yeah, they're very attracted to you. There's a lot of sexual energy. But also this is about their desire here as well too. They do desire you. They desire to make this work. And we have the lovers too. You know, they are very passionate here about you. They do have these feelings for here. We have self-esteem. I possess the gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. So yeah, this person could have taken some sort of blow to their ego, and their self-esteem could be something that gets in the way of this connection. For example, if self-esteem getting in the way of this connection, this person could be in their ego and their self-esteem could depend on outer people's and other people's validation. Well, if you're in a connection, you know, with somebody and you still need validation from other people and not just your own partner, you know, then that's obviously going to get in the way. That's going to cause like cheating or other sneaky stuff, messaging as well too. So that's something. And then this person could just naturally have like a low self-esteem regardless of how they look. I know you'd be so surprised, but if you find this person really good looking, some of the most good looking people in the world have such a low self-esteem because they're used to, I don't speak about every good looking person. Don't get me wrong. I'm only speaking for one certain aspect of this, and that's because they're used to only getting validation from the outside, and it works when you're good looking and you grow up and everyone tells you how beautiful you are, how handsome you are. It works for the most part, but then you have to kind of sit with yourself and be like, well, is that all? There has to be more, and sometimes for some people it's kind of a struggle. I was gonna say something else too about this self-esteem. Oh yeah, so this person, like if you did decide to walk away or whatever had happened here within the situation, like I think that there was a blow to this person's self-esteem, to their ego at the same time too. And then I love how the guilt says, I release any beliefs that no longer assist my soul's growth. Oh, and then love, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Like, yeah, that 5 of Cups is like, I need to see the good in all things. I need to maybe see something in a more positive light, have a little more faith. But I also believe that 5 of Cups is coming too because this person feels a loss. They are going through something as well too, and it's heavy. It's heavy stuff. It could be bringing up more issues than just the surface as well too with that 10 of Wands. Yeah, but it seems like this person is holding on to this guilt or holding on to something because they feel as though it should have changed the outcome, or it could have been different, or it should have been different. And I think there was something deeper underneath this person's actions that weren't just like, oh, well, I can just do this, or oh, I can just change and be this person. Like, I don't think this person realizes how deep those roots may go. And it could have, could be a form of sabotage, like subconsciously as well too. But all in all, though, they view you as someone that's very high value, has a lot to offer, a soulmate even with the lovers, and they are very attracted to you, and they feel this desire for you as well too, because we have that Ace of Wands at the bottom of this deck here too. But there's like a lot of sticky stuff, and I don't know how else to describe it, but it's like murky stuff that this person's feeling. So let's go ahead and get some channeled messages. Oops. I thought those were going to fall. So we have I'm always busy. We also have I'm broke right now and I'm insecure about it, which is interesting because right after that love, we have financial constraints. So yeah, this person is kind of going through some money problems. And with this I'm always busy, this could be like this person always kind of working. And also this could be this person distracting themselves as well too from this. If that could have been a problem, like this person was like, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and they never made time for you. That's another form of self-sabotage as well too, especially if this is something that they really wanted. It's like, where I'm to do that. And also people always, it doesn't matter what people say. I mean, of course, like if you're at work all day or you're busy all day and you literally aren't allowed to have your phone, you know what I'm saying? There's breaks, there's time, there's things like that. If this person did not show enough effort, I just want to remind you that there is no excuse for that. People, make time. And like I said, not always though, like I said, like there's jobs where you can't have your phone, you can't do this, and you can't do that, and that's perfectly understandable too, but that's only a part of the day. There's always the other part. But I do think that this person distracts themselves from feeling by keeping busy. This person may seem like they have a lot going on, but it's really just because they are always kind of running around. For some of you. Okay, let's go and get some more channel messages here. I regret so many things. Yeah, like probably not giving you enough time. Probably making really stupid decisions. Okay, so we have, are you who you say you are? Trust issues for sure. Trust issues. That's definitely, I think, that negative outlooks on relationships as well too. And then we have I'm starting to fall for you. So I got an interesting message here with this I'm starting to fall for you. And what that was is that when this person started to get these really intense feelings, it's almost as if they weren't ready for the intensity of this connection and how they were going to feel, which kind of caused them to be insecure, which caused them to run, which caused them to self-sabotage. It's like the second they knew that they were like really starting to fall, because when emphasis on the falling in love can be scary because it's quite literally falling into the unknown. You don't know what the outcome's going to be. You don't know if you're going to get hurt. All of this. It's a trust fall. And I think this person definitely has trust issues with that as well too. We see this in the are you who you say you are? I don't know if I can trust you. I feel like I have to watch my back. Or I'm hearing that this person may have felt in a way that they always had to be like 2 steps ahead, 10 steps ahead, and that's because they felt like they have to protect themselves, and that's no way to go into a connection, or it's not a good foundation to set up a connection on fear. I want you to make the first move. I'm embarrassed that I acted so immature. Is there still a chance? Let's get one more message from this person, please. Oops, I don't know how I feel, but I want to look good for you. Bottom of the deck, we have, I wanted to reach out, but I kept stopping myself. And then we have, I'm struggling mentally right now. Interesting. Yeah, I think that this person is kind of going, I think we said that, if I remember correctly, but honestly, I can never remember correctly, but I think we said that this person is kind of going through some mental stuff right now. I definitely feel like this person was kind of hoping for that new opportunity, like they would want to take it, but I think that they're struggling to come forward themselves. And okay, spirits being a little blunt here with you, pile two, for whatever reason. Spirit saying that, as I was saying, they're struggling to come forward yourself. Spirit said, and that's not your problem, which it's not. None of this is your problem, to be honest, but like their actions, I mean, like obviously not how you feel or anything like that, but their actions is not your fault and it's not your problem. It's theirs, and it seems to be their fault. But I don't want to put, oh, well, blame, because I don't know everything. This is just a little 30-minute reading. I can't say that, but from what I'm feeling, it feels like this person kind of screwed up themselves. And with that being said, there's this uncertainty, but there's also this fear. And what I'm seeing here with this, I want to look good for you, but I kept reaching out, but I kept stopping myself, and all of this of like embarrassment. There's this person is still very much in their ego. If this person, kind of put their ego to the side and just was free and, able to express themselves and show up in a relationship the way that you deserve and the way that, a relationship would need, then they would be able to approach you. They'd be able to approach you honestly. They'd be able to address these issues. They'd be able to fix them. They would be able to understand themselves more, why they were able to do it. And it just seems to me that this person is not able to do that right now. There's a little immaturity coming through emotionally when it comes to this person. We can see that as well. And like, I don't know how to feel. I feel like this person, gets overwhelmed and confused by feelings, and they kind of hold back with that King of Cups as well too. It's like the King of Cups is like, I want to be really reserved. I'm not going to say how I feel. Well, if you're not going to say how you feel, then how is the other person going to know? You can't just always pick a cards on how they feel. That's not fair. You deserve someone, pile two, who's able to express themselves to you on how they feel and what's going to happen, and what they want, and to be honest about where they're able to meet you. But regardless or not, if this person is honest about where they're able to meet you, the truth shows itself in their actions and what they've shown. So you've been shown the truth right now on where this person's able to meet you. Just at this point in time. So also there was a message too in the other pile about taking things at face value, and I feel like that is in regards here too. There was another message too that in the other pile that was really really cool, and it was about compatibility. Like we were talking about, on paper you can be so compatible with somebody, your birth charts, the energy, how you feel. But the biggest compatibility sign that some people overlook is how they're treating you. That's all that really matters. It doesn't matter. You guys can be like the most perfect 100% compatible, on paper. But if they don't treat you the way that you deserve, if they're not able to treat you and show up for you with respect and express themselves, then that's the compatibility right now, And it's a tough pill to swallow at times, and I'm not trying to be, I feel like I am being a little bit harsh here, but I'm sorry. And if that's true, I don't mean to be. You just know I always am one to validate your feelings. And of course, there's other things involved too. It's not always black and white. It's not always that easy, of course, of just being able to be like, oh, well, they showed me this. Okay, now I know. You know what I'm saying? I completely understand all sides of that too. Don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, there is a truth. There is something that we all can see, and that's people's energy and that's people's actions. Okay, so on that note, let's go in and get some advice for you. Ask an expert. Get insights, feedback, and instruction from a professional. You don't have to have, I feel like it's emphasis on this. Like right now, you don't have to have all of the answers, and that's okay. Yeah, you don't have to know how it's going to end or what it's going to be or things like that. I feel like right now you're really just being asked, and maybe with this ask an expert, this is about going to a trusted source for advice. This could be a friend, this could be a family. Maybe for some of you, you do get insights from friends and family on this person, and if they're trusted sources for sure, then I would take their advice. Oh, and then look, we have welcome the truth. Oh, I felt like what I was saying was kind of harsh because maybe it's painful sometimes, but but this kind of comes as in validation for you as well too, and kind of that we were just talking about. It says honesty can be painful, make you mad, and even scare you, but you are strong and can handle it. You are so strong and you can handle it. Sometimes we kind of feel like when we're presented with information or we hear certain things, it's like we can't handle it. But just know, pile two, that you are a resilient human. You are, and you are capable of handling so much. Now, you're not deserving of handling so much. Like, of course, that's when the self-love kind of steps in and is like, all right, this is all I can take. I'm not taking this anymore. I need to do what's best for me now. And just because you can handle something doesn't mean that you have to at the same time too. But just know that you're capable of overcoming any obstacles, anything that presents itself to you, no matter how painful it can be, it's not going to break you. You will never be broken. You will always overcome. You will always survive. Okay? I believe in you. Spirit believes in you. There's nothing that you can't do. Okay? You're amazing. And don't ever forget that. I said that. I went like the way my tone sounded when I said that sounded like a threat. I was like, don't ever forget that. So funny how sometimes we like say things and they sound different. Like sometimes, like if I have like allergies or something, people are like, they're like, you sound upset, you sound sad in this reading, just because maybe I don't sound like how I normally do. And I'm like, that's so funny, because I was perfectly fine that, you know, it comes off that way. And just know too, that if that's ever the case, like if I'm ever not feeling good, like mentally or anything, I'm not doing a reading. So you don't have to worry about that. Hey, you will not see me here. Because that's not fair to you. That's not fair to me. Like it bleeds into the readings, you know. No. Okay. Leave your face alone. Breakouts happen. Your face will recover. Resist the pick. Now, this has come out a couple times for people who say that they are like quite literally like picking their face, or like in the future, they'll be like, oh my gosh, yeah, I just got like this huge zit. And now I remember that. And now I'm going to leave it alone. That's perfectly true too. But I think that this is saying that also, and metaphorically, things are going to come up when they need to come up. And they will come out when they need to come out. You don't have to dig. You don't have to pick into situations, especially if you're feeling very vulnerable. Okay. So if you're feeling very vulnerable and you want to know answers, maybe it's not the best time. Maybe you should, you know, focus on nurturing yourself before you kind of like put salt in a wound, I guess you would say. Oh, right under that, we have spend your energy on or something worth it. Don't go where you're not invited, because it says don't be stalky. No, I don't think you're stalky. This is just a sassy little worded deck. Don't take offense to that. It means, I think that's exactly just confirmation for like, don't look into things if you're not feeling your best. Sometimes the truth will present itself to you when you need it, okay? Just take care of how you're feeling right now. You're the most important person I feel right now in your life, and you deserve to feel good, and you deserve to be nurtured and loved and taken care of. And if you're the one that needs to do it, then so be it, because you can't accept other people to do it. And I'm saying that in like not to be mean at all. I'm saying that like we can't when we give other people power, and I'm saying we is because, you know, me too, when we give other people power to control how we feel, you know, we end up disappointed, because people are humans and people will disappoint. Don't roll your eyes yet. Whoever's rolling their eyes right now at that, just kidding. But it says, don't roll your eyes, disrespect, microaggressions, and rudeness just piss people off. Keep your attitude in check. There's a message here as well too of like, and it's hard. Okay, I have to word it correctly. Of course, you know, sometimes we come off if we're feeling, okay, the first message is if we're feeling irritated by other things, sometimes we take it out on the people around us that we don't even mean to. And there's a message here to try to be compassionate with other people, or be aware of like how, especially if you're going through something, and I know I can even do that as well too. So people we love the most, people around us the most, we kind of just, we take it out on them, and we don't mean to. So be aware of that, as well as there was a message here specifically for somebody to almost, it's better if you, now I got it. Now I feel like that's not right. But this could be for a specific person. It's almost better with this situation here if you act like you don't care. No, I don't. And I mean by, it's like not making sure, not letting this person know 100% that they got the best of you. Now, I'm not saying not expressing your feelings. If that comes up, should always be able to express your feelings and things like that, but it's like, has something to do with this person's ego. So I'm just going to leave that as a careful message. That's not for everybody, and to take, obviously, if you feel like you would feel like that's for you, but it's like they're almost like their ego gets fed a little bit when they know you're upset. So to watch that as well too. Just a specific message. Oh, and then look, we have don't take things so personally. But we love that it says go for a walk too on there. Like if you find yourself kind of obsessing or very upset or something, do something that makes you kind of clears your head a little bit. That's always great advice. All right, so last but not least, we're gonna get an affirmation for you. So what affirmation? Oops. That one wants to come out. But then that one. All right. Let's see what affirmations we got for you. Okay, so the first one we have is my work is deeply fulfilling. Today, I give my best to that which I do, knowing that when one experience is complete, I am led to even more fulfilling and rewarding experiences. Oh, I love that. That's so, like, whether it's for your work or not, it's like when you put your work and your effort into a situation and you've done all that you can, you know, and maybe there's endings or there's things that didn't work out the way you wanted it to, it's always such a great reminder to know that there's so much more. Like your life, just because one thing's ending or kind of one thing's kind of paused does not mean that it's the end. Like there's so much more experiences for you to experience as well too. And I love that it says there's even more fulfilling and rewarding experiences out there. I love that. And that's a great reminder for all of us too, especially when we get so caught up in a certain situation. It's almost like we get this tunnel vision and we're only focused on one thing and one outcome as well. And we forget that there's a whole life out there. Like, you know, there's a whole experiences, and, you know, so many people we have yet to meet, so many experiences that we've yet to do, so many jobs that we haven't had, and all of these other things too, that not everything is just so one track minded. And that's and like I said, it's a great reminder for all of us because we tend to focus and dwell as people. It's natural. Okay, and then this last one we have is I am at peace with my sexuality. I rejoice in my sexuality and in my own body. My body is perfect for me in this lifetime. I embrace myself with love and compassion. Oh yeah, you're perfect just the way you are. You're so sexy, too, and you're hot, apparently enough. Don't worry about any insecurities or any little things. You know, of course, if you feel like you want to fix things or be healthier, go ahead. There's nothing wrong with wanting to look good either. But embracing your own sexuality and your own body and the body that you're in right now and loving it because it kept you alive is such a beautiful and to be grateful for your own body. And you know what makes it so weird, but this could help you as well too. What makes me so weirdly grateful for my body is when I like watch videos, like educational videos of like what your body does naturally. Like what I mean by that is like, okay, so like say you're watching a video of like how your body breaks down food, how it's like we just eat food and then we walk away, and our bodies just naturally do this on their own. They like break down everything. They take like I don't even remember like the exact terms. They take the glucose, they take this, they process, your body processes this, it stores this, you know, it feeds your muscles this. It's like, and this goes for our brains, our hearts are pumping automatically, our cells are cleaning out automatically. Our bodies are little geniuses and so smart that we don't even have to tell them what to do. They just do things naturally. And I know that sounds so random, but it's because that's like, it's worked for me by like watching things on our bodies and like realizing what they actually do makes me so grateful that I'm just like, wow, like our bodies are little warriors. Like they are so cool and amazing. And I do believe that our cells are connected to source as well too. So that's why we always talk about like on a cellular level, our cells are connected to source. So when we meditate and you can communicate with your cells as well. And ask your body to do things for you. Ask your body to show you things, and just pay attention. Sometimes it comes up as pain. Sometimes it comes up as a feeling. Sometimes it comes up as a jerk. Whatever it is, just, you can always communicate with your body as well too. Don't forget that too. And yeah, I think that was it. We don't have any more. So I'm going to leave this reading here for you. I don't know why I feel like there's something else I was going to do. So I'm like, am I going to leave this reading here? Yeah. Oh, well. Thank you so much for staying till the end. Thank you so much for joining me today and letting me read for you. And thank you so much to anyone who supports this channel in any way, whether that's liking the video, subscribing, commenting and sharing your story. I love it so much, and I love hearing from all of you, and I just can't thank you guys enough. I'm so grateful for every single one of you, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next reading. Bye. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the Labradorite moon faces, I don't know if you can even see the flash. Oh, well. If you chose the moon face, or if you chose the Anima Mundi tarot, either way, welcome to your reading. So today we are asking about that person on your mind's current thoughts and feelings towards you. So I'm going to ask Spirit here, please tune me in to my Pile 3's situation, as well as show me in Pile 3 how this person is currently feeling about them, and anything else that may need to come up at this time, please. Thank you. How are they feeling about Pile 3 right now? At the time Pile 3 is watching this. I keep hearing that song, that, I think it's Iggy, no, it's not Iggy Azalea. Who is it? Azalea Banks. And she's like, hey, how does it go? I'm just hearing the intro, like that, hey, hi, hello, what's up? It could be for the song, or it could just be the intro, like they want to see how you're doing, like, hey, they've been trying to reach out to you. Okay, so the first card we have is the Page of Pentacles. The next card we have is the Eight of Swords. Okay. We have the Nine of Swords in reverse. Wow. Ooh, yeah, this person has a lot of anxiety right now about you and about this connection. I'm assuming it's about where this connection is going, because we have the Page of Pentacles, the development of this connection. They could be kind of, that's the card that really signifies growth for me, and growth can definitely be something that's very uncomfortable. So let's see what's really going on here with this person. Why are they feeling this way, Spirit? We have Strength. Wow. Okay, let's clarify this Page of Pentacles. Why is this Page of Pentacles here? We have the Moon. We also have the Chariot in reverse. Okay. Interesting. So we have Leo energy coming through with the Strength. But we also have a lot of Cancer energy. This could definitely just be emotions right now, because we do have a moon right here too. So this person, it could be feeling very emotional, as well as because Cancer is ruled by the moon. And then we have the Chariot card, which is for Cancer. But we also have Pisces here too, because technically the moon card is Pisces. So that could just mean there's a lot of emotions going on within this person, and they could be trying to be strong about it, or it's just taking a lot of personal strength, because that's not always easy, you know? So let's see, why is the Eight of Swords here though? Can you tell us about the Eight of Swords? This person's feeling very almost powerless in a way, and I feel like it's because they may not, it's like they underestimate themselves and what it is that they're capable of, like their own personal power. What I mean by that, because it's like what I was kind of thinking about, what is this Chariot in reverse about? And then if they were like, do I have what it takes? Just interesting. Okay, so we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Seven of Wands, as well as the Magician. Ooh. I do believe this person just is dealing right with their own kind of insecurities right now. So we have the Knight of Swords coming through at the bottom, which is about them expressing how they feel, expressing this to you. This is about them saying things, maybe even a little abruptly. I believe this is a hawk as well, too, which is very... I don't know what I was going to say with that, or what that had to do with anything. I'm so sorry. I was going to say this is a very spiritual sign, a very spiritual omen. So, but I think with that hawk there, actually, now that I asked about it, I'm hearing they may be trying to get a different perspective at the same time too, because hawks can represent getting a higher perspective and seeing things clearly. Since, you know, there's like that phrase of like, oh, they have eyes like a hawk. They could be just very, very much focused on you, trying to figure something out, trying to find something out, which I can see that being possible here with this. Now, I feel like this person has been triggered by you. This person, their insecurities are starting to come up to the surface. We have that Page of Pentacles and we have that Moon, subconscious things coming up for growth. We have this, whether this is because things aren't going the way that they wanted it to go, it's very triggering with that Chariot in reverse. And then we have the Eight of Swords with this Five of Pentacles. They almost feel like right now they're not good enough for you, or there's something going on here where they don't have... They feel like I was just going to say what I heard. They feel like they don't have what it takes. This could be their own insecurity. You could intimidate them. And also there, for some of you, that could be some sort of separation here, because this person could be feeling very left out right now. There's like some abandonment issues that I think they're kind of avoiding here. And regardless of avoiding, they're definitely coming up. So now we have... And then we have the Nine of Swords and we have the Seven of Wands, which is like, all right, I kind of want to put these fears to the side and I want to push through, but there is that resistance. I think this person wants to kind of stand and fight for this connection, stand tall. And whether or not there was conflict here, I feel like there's a lot of, like, they need to defend themselves. There's a lot of overthinking here as well, too. Maybe taking some information a little bit too personally as well here is like kind of what I'm seeing. But then at the end, you know, we have Strength and we have the Magician. So what this is telling me is that regardless of whatever is going on within them, because I feel like right now this person mentally is kind of going through some stuff. Emotionally, they're definitely going through some stuff right now. They could have a lot going on in other ways, but a lot of it has to do with emotions and insecurities. And if I'm not good enough, can we do this? Is it going to be what I think? Am I going to be rejected? All of these things seem to be coming up to the surface for this person to kind of deal with and decide regardless that they are in control. They have the power to, and what I mean by they are in control and they have the power is, you know, they need to decide what it is they want and go for it, rather as letting the other things get the best of them, because with this strength comes power with this Magician here as well too. So I think this is this person feeling like they should overcome these things, trying to manifest this situation, and create something, because the Magician is the creator. So it's like this strength is saying, well, I can create this, I can do this, I have all that I need. And another part of them is saying, I don't have it, I don't have enough, I need more of this, I need more money to look better, I need, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case is. It's very interesting. It's a conflicting energy by what they want and all of these things. It's almost as if you've kind of started some sort of tower moment within this person, pile 3. It's like, and I don't think you did this on purpose, but it's like all of a sudden now things are crumbling and they're realizing all of these other things. And it's like, they're very shook. Very shook. What do we have under here? We have the Six of Pentacles. Okay. Deciding whether or not to give too much, kind of scared to almost scared to give too much here because they're scared that they're not going to get it back in return, or it's going to be okay. So what I'm hearing from Spirit is that this person has a lot of difficulties trusting themselves and trusting what it is that they want. So whether or not this is, you know, in the beginning stages or whatever, they're starting to feel things. They're starting to fall for you. They're starting to realize things. And that's coming, and a lot of these things subconsciously that they were kind of avoiding or didn't even have to deal with, they're starting to come up now due to this. Now, I think this is divinely guided. I think this is meant to be this way. I know, even though it seems to be a struggle and it seems to be really hard and it seems like this person is going through a lot, regardless or not, I feel like the end goal is for them to develop this strength and and manifest what they want. The magician is the make it happen captain. He's the master manifester. He's the one who knows that he has what he needs to create what he wants. And I think this is like the end goal here. And I'm hearing that this person feels this way a lot of the time. And it's like they feel this way at one point in time. And then all of a sudden this other stuff comes up as well too. That's interesting. Okay, what else can you tell us about how this person is feeling in spirit? About pile 3. What are some other thoughts and feelings here towards pile 3, please? I can't have to keep saying that song. So we have the world here. Wow. This could be why I feel like this person is viewing you almost like they have, if this could be like indication of them having the world with you, or they have, the potential. I feel like this is a card of seeing so much potential here and having everything that you could possibly want. And with that in turn, that can be something so scary. And that's why these things are triggered and coming up. And I feel like for the majority of this pile, this person, like a lot of these are kind of hidden. A lot of these things are like they don't know why they're feeling this way, and because this is like the subconscious things coming up to the surface of like, all right, well, you want this, you feel like you can handle this, you feel like you can pursue this, well, you got to deal with this first. And a lot of this is triggered by all the potential that they see here. So we have forgiveness. I acknowledging that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. And this makes a lot of sense too. So a lot of these things are from past situations, past times, maybe their trust was hurt, past times, they were deceived and things like that. These are all kind of coming up to the surface for this person's ego, or this person's doubts and fears are telling them, why would this be any different? Why is this isn't going to be the way they want it to be? And then that's why I believe we have this sun coming up in reverse as well too. It's like there's a whole brighter side to this situation that they sense and they know of too. It's like they're sensing it. They know it can be there, or else they wouldn't be feeling this way. But I think right now this person maybe has some sort of outlook on connections or partners right now due to past pains. And that's why this is saying this resentment is kind of coming up again, and it is blocking them from flowing here in this connection. They're like, oh, well, I got tremendously hurt in the last connection, or even if this is a person that you have a specific past with as well too, like this could have been whatever had happened in the past with you. But I'm feeling for this person, because it is so deep, deeply rooted. I feel as though this could go back to even parental figures. This could go back. It's a deeper root than just this connection. Bottom of the deck, we have action here, which would be that Knight of Swords. So this person does want to take action towards you. They do feel drawn to you. This is like the Eight of Swords as well, too. And then look, with this, it's the number, I'm drawn to the number, which is the number 17. We have a bird up here, too. But this is the number 17, which is the number of the star, which is the card of hope and faith, taking that action and just hoping that it works out the way that it's meant to work out. Well, this person seems to be blocking themselves a bit, or at least very skeptical, because their outlook isn't as hopeful as maybe it once was, or maybe it's as it should be. Horses in this case represent freedom as well too, freedom to express yourself in the way that you would like to too. And I think that this Eight of Swords and this Nine of Swords is coming as a restriction, not really expressing themselves the way that they want to, due to certain insecurities here. With this Five of Pentacles, there's a definite fear of rejection, and there's a definite fear of abandonment and a fear of failure here as well too. So this person, and I think what this person is needing to do is sit with this, overcome it. These things are coming up to be overcome. But it depends on each of your situation. If this person is in a runner energy, then they're not able to do that right now. And that's kind of, you would know, obviously, it's a general reading depending on how this person is showing up for you at this time. We have worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. Yeah, this person has so much anxiety, guys, about this connection here. It's interesting. But you know at the same time, this worry and this fear means that there is a lot that this person doesn't want to lose at the same time, if that makes sense. It's like this fear and this worry wouldn't be there if they didn't want this so bad. And with this Magician here, a lot of times when that comes up in love readings, it means this person does want you. They're trying to manifest you, or I mean, that's kind of like the term that you would put it up, but it's like, yeah, they want you and they have to be strong. They have to overcome this in order, you know, to tell you this or to make this happen or to show you. And I think it's hard for this person when all of these other things are kind of coming up at the same time. And when Spirit gave me that message of they don't know if they can trust themselves, I think what's causes more confusion and more illusion here is the fact that these feelings are coming up. Like sometimes we have to sit down and we have to remind ourselves, just because we feel something does not mean that it's true. Just because we feel something does not mean that that's going to happen at the same time. And I think that there's a lot of grounding that this person needs to do. And I'm not saying that that's impossible for this person to do. Like I said, these are coming up for a reason. And this is only, and then guys, also, this is only a reading about how they're feeling right now at the time you're coming across it. Things could change, of course, but it's, these are definitely coming up to remind you, to show you that this person, I think, is going through this. They're feeling this. And, you know, for some of you, you could maybe feeling this too, as well, if it's mirroring. Okay, let's get like one or two more of these, and then we will get the channel messages. I feel like this, for this pile, this pile is flying through for some reason. Okay, so we have relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Let's get one more. Oh god, I saw storm. The storm coming, the storm warning, which usually means it's internal, and we can kind of see that as well too in these cards and from the messages. Let's get one more card for this. The lame. Oh, we have patience. Okay. So bottom of the deck we have death, which is I'm learning that endings are merely beginnings. And I believe this is about letting go of these old things, these old patterns and things with this death card. Now, yeah, and for some of you, this death is like, just because things didn't work out in the past does not mean that they won't ever work out in the future. You know, I think this person is a little one-track minded right now, and they're kind of focused on what can go wrong, what had happened wrong. They may be basing things off the past relationships, or even past here. And that's kind of getting in the way of the potential and the hope in the future of this. And it's clouding their mind. I think that this person is letting these illusions kind of get to the best of them. And like I said, the illusions would be these unwanted feelings, these fears, these doubts. Those things are illusions. They come up and they can sometimes redirect us in a way that isn't beneficial. But let's talk about these cards here. So we have blame, which is I accept responsibility for my well-being. This is an important one that I think that this person, you know, I think this person blames a lot of their feelings on other people. And that's something that a lot of us unknowingly do until we bring awareness to it, until it usually comes apart in the self evolution journey, when you start working on yourself or healing, shadow working, all of that kind of stuff. That's kind of when we realize that we're giving our power away by blaming other people for how we feel. Well, I feel like this person is still in that energy of like, well, if you do this, it's your fault that I'm hurt, or you're going to hurt me, and all of this, when in reality, you know, what this person could do is shift the focus off of the you and say, why am I feeling this way? Where is this coming from? Why does this upset me? Why do I get so triggered by this? And I think that is in turn something that would be very helpful and healing, to redirect that, oh, you did this, you know, it's your fault, because you can't do anything about what other people do. So really, if you just point fingers and you blame, you don't get anywhere, because, you know, No one's ever going to act the way you want them to act perfectly, because we're human and we disappoint people and we do things, we're selfish sometimes. We don't understand sometimes. We make mistakes, you know what I'm saying? So you can't always put the power in other people's hands, because that's just disappointment, and that goes for anybody. And so what I think this person is needing to do is take that blame and, like we said, and kind of turn that finger around and be like, oh my gosh, I am doing this. I acted like this because I was insecure. I acted out of turn because I was triggered. It's like, well, again, we can only control ourselves. Now, I love that patience comes out here too, though, because I do believe this patience card is coming out to say, in due time, this person will have some sort of realizations, whether it's to that extent or whatever, in due time. I think this person wants you to have patience with them. And I think this person kind of wants to have patience with this situation as well, too, because I feel like the faster it goes, the more anxiety this person gets and the kind of scarier it gets. And so I think that this person is hoping that you would be patient with them. Now, I don't know the severity of this situation. That is obviously, my friend, up to you to decide, because again, you can control yourself. So of course, I'm going to leave that up to you to decide if you feel like to be patient, to wait. It's different for everybody. You've gone through things probably different than the other person. You know what I'm saying? It's like your discernment as well. But yeah, I think that this person is like, in due time, I can open up. In due time, maybe I will be able to feel this way and stuff. But also there's a message coming from spirit that it's not your job to convince anyone that you're worthy of that as well, too. So be mindful of that, pile 3. I'm sorry if I'm talking really fast. There's a lot of messages coming through for you on that makes sense why earlier I was like, this pile is like flying by. Well, they're coming out like a mile a minute. This person may have a lot of things that they, wish they could say to you, or at least address, or there's just a lot of messages coming through. So sorry if I'm talking a little too fast. I happen to do that. But anyways, I just heard that lyric like, oh, I'm not talking fast, you're listening slow. But that's just a joke. I'm just joking. Anyways, but yeah, so with, patience in due time, I think there is going to be some realizations. I feel like this person is going to want to open up more. And, like we said, there is the end result here of wanting this strength and wanting to, make you theirs is what I'm hearing with that. Like, make you mine. Okay. Oh, and I'm also getting another message with this Chariot here in reverse of how, like, I don't know if I have what it takes. That for some of you, this person had really been hurt in the past to the point where they were like, they may be like, I don't know if I can do that again. I don't know if I can put myself through that again, which is very interesting. And it is understandable as well, too, when those things do happen. But there's always, opportunities for us to open up our heart again as well. And that could be that patience, coming to mind. This person obviously is still healing in, whether it's from that or just in general, All right, so let's go ahead and get into the channeled messages now for you, pile 3. What are some channeled messages from this person they would like pile 3 to know? Oh no. Excuse me. Didn't go too far. Oh, look at that. I put on a brave face, but I am scared too. And that's why I think that a lot of those things too, this person isn't expressing it to you because they may not know how, or they may, feel, of course, that's hard. That's hard for anyone to do, to be like, look, to be vulnerable to the point where you're like, I'm insecure, or I'm scared. Like, honestly, I don't know a lot of people that can do that, and that's okay. But this is just coming through to say that it is true. They feel these insecurities, they feel this, and they probably do try to put on a brave face, which I feel like most people would, to be honest. I want to look good for you. I'm scared to tell you how I really feel. Wow. Yeah, a lot of fear, a lot of worry. Well, if I want to have your babies. In this case, I feel like that's very sexual. Like, I want to make love to you. It's kind of like what that's saying. I miss you so much, but I'm too stubborn to tell you. Yeah, there's a lot of energy of like holding back. I don't want this to be what, end like this, and I don't want this to go this way, and I'm scared and all this stuff, but you're not really doing anything about it, which is unfortunate as well too. But maybe this patience is coming through to say, like, in time, this person will, and hopefully will, because like we said before, it's not your job to convince anyone that you're worth it or anything like that. And I think these are things that this person needs to go through on their own. They need to realize these things on their own. Just like how it says, I'm learning that endings are merely beginnings, with this death card here. So if there was an ending here, it's like, there's a lot of realizations, and I think we were feeling that with that world card as well too. There's a lot of realizations coming right now to this person. Oh, we have where did you even come from, which I love this card because this just means that you made this person question everything about the situation. Like, this person, I feel like for a lot of you, they could have been like not even really wanting a relationship. They could have not even really been like that serious or like wanting to take anything serious due to like these issues. And now like here you come, and that's where that blame kind of comes into. They're like, why did you make me feel this way? What did you do to me? That's so funny, in a way, because that's like that blame. And then so they're like, I was fine being numb and not feeling anything and not having any emotions. Then all of a sudden this person comes into my life that makes me care way more than I want to, that makes me feel way more than I want to. And I'm laughing because that's a good thing. It's this person, it's like almost this needed to feel these things. And we can't run from it forever. We have to feel something. All right, any more channeled messages for pile 3 from this person? Okay, I was just thinking that too, because this card comes up a lot of the times too when there's that intense feelings. So we have, did you put a spell on me? Now, for most of you, I don't think this person really feels that you put a spell on them unless again, they're a little immature, because this comes up. We talk about it almost every time this card comes up, that again, with that blame card too, if that was the case, if they do feel that way, then this is them just, again, not wanting to take accountability for their own feelings and being like, oh, well, pile 3's into that kind of woo-woo stuff, or they're witchy, or they're like this, and that a lot of that comes from being misunderstood too. Like, a lot of these topics and things get misunderstood. There's fear still wrapped around it. We're definitely advancing in obviously in a culture of these things, of these spiritual practices and stuff, but there's definitely still that fear kind of mongering around it. But anyways, the point of this is like that they may assume like, oh, well, they must have put a spell on me, or this and that. And what's so funny too is that most of you are like, as if, like, when this card comes out, like, most of you are like, they wish I cared enough to put a spell on them, or they wish I wanted to put enough energy into that to do that as well. You know what I'm saying? It's so funny how people's like perceptions are like they're like, you guys are normally like, yeah, right. Also, I don't condone doing anything like that as well too. Obviously, people do what they want to do, but I feel as though for the most part, free will things, when you try to mess with someone's free will, it's not going to go anyway the way you think it's going to go. In fact, I feel like there's always a lesson sometimes involved in there, but to each his own. And people have different experiences and different things like that too, but that's not for me. No. Trust me, guys, listen, you don't need to put a spell on this person. It's apparent. I'm not saying you would, but just because we're on the topic, you are the spell, okay? Your energy, your magnetism, your personality, everything that you are is energetically is a spell within itself. And that's why this person feels this way. So you don't even have to do that. Tell me how you feel about me. Yeah, this person seems like they really want some reassurance emotionally, but they're like, it's too stubborn to worry. Like, I do believe that this first one coming out is so true to like what I'm seeing here. If this person does put on a brave face, they may act like they don't care. They may act even sometimes they may act cocky or whatever. And seems that's all just like a protection facade, when vulnerability seems to be something that is very hard for this person. Now, with that patience coming up again too, I do feel like this is something about them growing and opening up, and again, more realizations, because Vulnerability is something that is 100% necessary for a healthy relationship, though. If you don't feel safe to open up and you don't feel safe enough to do it, then how far is this even going to go? You know, like and it's something that it obviously cannot be rushed as well. And like I said, it's different for every single one of you, but just keep that in mind too, that, you know, it's necessary to be vulnerable in relationships. And so when dealing with this person, you know, keep that in mind is what I'm trying to say. Okay. I just want to hear your voice again coming up. And then let's see. Ooh, bottom, we have a strong one, which is, I love you more than words can explain. Now, depending on where you're at with this person, I feel like this is, again, them feeling these things and not being able to express themselves, because it's more than words can explain. They may not know how to express this or how to explain how they feel. And that's actually something that can be quite common as well too. Now, just because this person isn't expressing them, they may not know how to express this. This is something that seems to be kind of foreign and a little bit intense, to say the least, about what is that? Sorry. About this connection and like where it's going and how they're feeling. They may not even know where these feelings are coming from. We kind of saw that with that moon card as well too, that it seems like this person is growing and there is learning here. But I feel like with this Knight of Swords at the bottom, what they want to do is talk to you. What they want to do is express themselves to you. They may just not know how, and they may be very scared, like we just said, of being vulnerable. So, okay, so here are the general messages. I'm going to leave them here just for a second if you would like to screenshot them. But we are going to cover them now with your advice on this, or just in life in general. Okay, got it? All right, Spirit. What advice do we have here for pile 3 about this situation, or just anything they may need to hear right now? We don't need to limit it to just this. Maybe you need to hear something else too. Oh. Okay, so this is a whole, I'm just taking the one on top. This is a whole like literal stack. I know sometimes you guys get upset if I put them back, but just know if they're meant to come out, like in all piles, if I put a card back and it's meant to come out, it will come out again. So it's not anything you need to worry about. Just trust that it's going to come out if it's meant to. Okay, so let's talk about the first one. Relationships are complicated. People will hurt you. You will hurt other people. Keep your heart open anyways. I love that. Yeah, this is saying that there's a lot more things beneath the surface, you know, that are still unseen. We see that with that moon card again. Now, of course, they are complicated. And I think this is something that this person, I feel like this is what this person needs to hear as well, too. That, you know, it's not always black and white. It's not always so simple. And it's not like just like, you know, if someone does something that hurts you, it doesn't necessarily make them a bad person just because, and also if someone does something that you like, that it doesn't make them a good person either. We're all a little bit of both. And I think with understanding that, you know, and I love that it says keep your heart open anyway. That's one of the most bravest things anyone can do is, you know, go through situations where they get hurt and then still keep their heart open. So if that's something that you do, Spirit is coming through to commend you for that and to say that your heart is also a superpower. As you can see, if you're not in touch with your heart chakra, like this person, I think is a little bit out of touch, or was out of touch with their heart chakra for a while, it messes you up. So if you are very in touch with your heart chakra, then that's amazing. And like, I think you sometimes underestimate the beautiful superpower that vulnerability and that love that you hold is. It's ridiculous. Redonkulous. Now, this is the sassy deck. There's always one card that sounds kind of mean, and it's not saying it's because I know in the big words it says you're kind of being boring, but what this is really talking about is trying new things, you know, and hobbies, like anything that you feel like, maybe like going to bookstores or exploring topics that, like, I'm hearing painting's a topic that I've been wanting to explore as well too. I used to do it a little bit, but I before, like years and years ago, when I had this weird perfectionism thing, you know, and perfectionism was stopping me from expressing my creativity because I was judging myself. But now I feel like that was like 10 years ago though. So now I feel like I'm in a better place where I could explore that again. Same thing for you. Now, but with whatever, you know, go new places, try new things. I feel like this is like almost like a say yes type of energy. Oh, I love it. It says new stuff makes life thrilling. Yeah. So say yes to, if your friends call you and say, hey, you want to go hiking or you want to go do this. And even if you feel like you don't have that right now or that's not an option for you right now, that's okay. Try to just maybe branch out of your day-to-day routine and explore whether that's taking a walk on a different route. Because, sometimes what you do energetically by just say you have a day-to-day routine and you kind of do the same things every day. Well, you can completely like timeline shift at times to an extent by doing different things. That's how, if you want to bring new into your life, you open up by doing different things, even things that seem meaningly not connected to anything that you would be wanting to do. And what I mean by that is you just break the norm. Breaking the cycle, going on a walk, doing something differently. It'll bring in new energy and new stuff. It aligns you to new paths as well, too. Same thing with making decisions, making a different decision opens up a whole new pathway for us. And that's why I feel like this is almost like a say yes to new experiences, say yes to something new. Because you never know where it could lead. I think that's beautiful advice as well, too. All right. Any more advice here for my lovely pile 3s? We have stay out of it. This card has been going up quite a bit. Well, more than you would think. Bottom of the deck, we have eat your vegetables. Mother Nature made green food for a reason. Yeah, do things good for you, good for your health. So we have stay out of it, which is what it is. So any kind of drama, anything that is requiring too much of your energy, anything that is draining you, anything that is not good for you, you're being asked to just stay out of it. Sometimes we get a fear of missing out, of like, well, what if we didn't see this? And this can even happen with like, sometimes the fear of missing out can even happen when you're like, scrolling on your phone too long. You know what I'm saying? It's like for some reason you get this like, oh, well, there's going to be a good post coming up. There's going to be a good video coming up. Most likely there could be, but you're not missing anything. You know what I'm saying? This is almost like that kind of energy too. But anything that's draining you, anything that's causing you to be upset, you don't need to dig deeper, look into it. Of course, this always reminds me too of like drama. If there's any kind of drama with any peers, friends, families, this person's drama, whatever it is, you're being guided to stay out of it, to just create the most peaceful life, I guess, peaceful life for yourself, or peaceful environment for yourself that you possibly can, of course, depending on your situation. Now, the last card is sometimes you have to do crap you hate. Yep, it's true. Suck it up and have a great day. Yeah, definitely. I feel you. I feel this one. It's true. Especially coming from someone with ADD, if we're not doing those tasks that give you dopamine or give you kind of things, it sucks. But one of the best things you can do for yourself is doing the hard work, doing the things that you don't want to do, making those decisions, whether that's even just laundry, whether that's cleaning up your space, whether that's separating yourself from people that don't make you feel good, anything that you kind of wanted, that you need to do but are avoiding right now. It's the time. Spirit saying this is the time to do that. I heard fold that laundry. Wash those clothes, clean that room, make those phone calls, set those appointments, whatever it is for you, huh? All right. So last but not least, I'm just going to leave you guys with some affirmations here. This could be, with more advice, I guess you would say too, but let's see. What affirmation cards do we have here for pile 3? This pile 3 needs to hear right now. I now go beyond other people's fears and limitations. Wow. I feel called to do the bottom one as well too for some reason. So let's see. Okay. Wow, I feel like these are actually connected. So I now go beyond other people's fears and limitations. It is my mind that creates my experiences. I am unlimited in my own ability to create the good in my life. Oh yeah, beyond any limitations. And I love how it says I go beyond other people's fears and limitations. This can also be in regards to those fears and limitations, those limiting beliefs that we pick up you know, by growing up, by like that, we're usually set by other people, other people saying you can't do that, or other people saying we're not good at that, or you shouldn't do that. Those are other people's things, you know, that we end up tending to absorb. So I feel like this is a pile that is on a very much healing, cleansing journey. And this is a part of your journey as well, too, to let go of any expectations from other people as well, too. You know, it's your life, and what other people expect from you is just what they can see for themselves. So if someone says, you can't do that, that's impossible, that does not mean it's impossible. It means that that person who's saying that believes it's impossible for them, and so on and so forth. So same thing with this person. This person has a lot of fears and doubts and things like that. Again, that's their beliefs, you know, that doesn't have to be yours. In fact, I feel as though by seeing this other person's beliefs, you see it a lot clearly now that that's not how you want to feel. That's not what you want to be. That's not how you want to grow in this connection. And I think that's perfect for that. Okay. So last one we have is loving others is easy when I love and accept myself. My heart is open. I allow my love to flow freely. I love myself. I love others, and others love me. Beautiful, beautiful. I love that these go, excuse me, I love these go so well hand in hand. Like loving yourself and accepting yourself goes hand in hand with releasing these limitations, allowing your love to, you know, flow freely, allowing you to open your heart and realize that, you know, there's so much love out there in the world for you. In fact, it's trying to make its way to you. We just have to, you know, usually be open to it, or we have to release blocks and things like that, or we have to release the past, whatever it is. But I love that this is about you and your self-love and your journey as well, too. The more that you love yourself, the more that you accept yourself, the more you're going to love and accept other people's, and you're going to accept other people's love, because you're going to know that you deserve it, and you're going to know it's for you, and you're going to want it as well too. You're not going to push it away. Of course, if it's in a good light, though. Obviously, if someone's love is distorted, or someone's love is toxic or anything like that, then that's something differently. Obviously, the self-love option would be the opposite, but of accepting it. But you get what I'm saying. You get the messages. And I think that's beautiful. And it's so true. It all starts with ourselves. It all starts with ourselves. Where we meet ourselves is how far we can meet other people, and so on and so forth. So when we take the focus off what other people can do for us, and we see what we can do for ourselves, trust me, it all comes together. You'll see. So I'm going to leave this reading here for you. Thank you so much if you stayed till the end, pile 3. I really do enjoy these readings for you guys, and I hope you enjoy them as well. If you do and you're not subscribed, don't forget to subscribe before the video ends, or else we may never see each other again unless it is fated. So I guess we'll see. But other than that, thank you to anyone who supports this channel in any way, who likes, comments, shares. I'm so grateful for you guys, and I can't wait to, you know, have many more pick cards for you. So thank you. Love you. Bye.